Hi, welcome back. I hope you all have been doing well. Tonight is another late night live stream with yours truly, Diihaa. Now, you're all smart people. You can see what's on your screen. That's what we're playing tonight. And if you remembered correctly, we are continuing on day 2 of the trial. Well, I guess we're just starting it, actually. I need to figure out which file I need to use. This one. It's dated later. Obviously. God damn it. Xbox layout is screwing me over again. It is July 22nd, 9:17 a.m. District Court, Defendant, Lobby, number 3. Now, this may or may not be the last trial session. Some cases have gone to 3 sessions, but I think most of them have gone to 2. Oh yeah, we found that out. Dr. Crab and Azuro are kind of had a thing going on. You know, good for him. Good for him. I'd be pissed too if she died like that. Man. Anyway, Buckler, it's good to see you in your weirdly expressive hat. Don't tell me you have a penguin in there too. What? Ship's doctor and Azura were romantically involved? The animation is so goofy, I love it. Well, that's my theory, but I don't actually know if it's really true. Azura would never get involved with that god-awful ship's doctor. But I do admit, they were friends. They were roommates, even. Oh my god, they were roommates. Would Azura send Dr. Crab videos, I wonder? Videos? Oh, of what kind? Some spicy videos? Videos? What do you mean? Phoenix. Oh, you know, you get them from Edgeworth all the time. Azura used to send her boyfriend videos of herself teaching the orchid tricks. Oh, sure. I used to help Azura take videos on her TV phone. Like how they call it a TV phone. Like, I mean, this is a 3DS game. This is like past the time where smartphones like were new. Like, I'm pretty sure smartphones had already taken hold. But I guess in game they are but a dream waiting to be realized. Summers' boyfriend has videos of her using a whistle to make the orca do tricks. Okay, so now we know that there are 2 people who can teach orca how to... can not teach orca. Who can command Orla with the tricks Azura taught them. There's Buckler and boyfriend, who is probably Crab. So TV phones can shoot videos too, huh? My dumb phone sure can't. These TV phones are amazing. They can even record sounds you and I can't hear. Really? All the equipment we use at Ship-Shape Aquarium is high-tech. The ship's doctor sends a way for all kinds of electronics. So all the high-tech stuff is Dr. Crab's doing, huh? Anyway, so highly Trout, Azura's boyfriend, was the ship's doctor. Maybe Buckler does have a point. Maybe they were just friends. Dr. Crab found a charm yesterday, and he was really shaken by it. I feel like this might be a red herring. Also, Phoenix Wright cases usually aren't that complicated. This charm looks just like your keepsake of Azura. Yeah, well, she did say she and her boyfriend had matching charms. Was the ship's doctor and Azura really a couple? I can't believe it. I think Dr. Crab will be called as a witness today. There's still so many unanswered questions. But I hope to solve them all in today's trial. I believe in you too. I know you can do it. And we will, Sasha. We promise. Well, we better. It's what we do, after all. Imagine if we didn't. Phoenix Wright's first case back. Utter failure. The darkest timelines. Court is now in session for the trial of Sasha Buckler. The defense is ready. Ah! Damn. That's just cheap. Ready. Now I'm completely thrown off. Very good. It appears both the prosecution and the defense are ready. Man, it's crazy to think that the court just allows this. First it's the whips, now it's just the all-out physical assault with your pet. Yesterday, it was proven that the orca was not guilty and the victim fell to his death. Prosecutor Blackwell, did your investigation of the orca pool today turn up anything? It did. We found a blood stain from the victim at the bottom of the pool. And this. We found that too. Oh my, what a frightening looking rock. You say it has a blood stain on it? Just looking at it gives me the willies. So we can assume that there was no water in the pool at the time of the incident. Very good. What a clever little deduction. Oh, well, it's nice to get a compliment from the prosecution for a change. Quite a patronizing one. Prosecutor Blackwell has completely tamed the judge with his carrot and stick approach. Guess I should have brought a few carrots of my own. Right, moving along, I've prepared a witness. Buckler was the only one who entered that room when there was no water in the pool. The witness will prove that. Come to the stand, witness. Hey, it's the Crab Man. Name and occupation. Dr. Herman Crab. Sniper, stay in there. And who is that cute little creature? Such a restless bird, quite unlike Taka. Beep. They both have little bird friends, how cute. Wow, chalk one up for Taka. He shot Sniper up with a single sound. Son of a gun. Dr. Herman Crab, Ship Aquarium's veterinarian. And could you tell us the name of your cute little friend there as well? Your Honor, please focus on the case. But it's important to learn all we can about the witness. This is Sniper. He's so cute. He's the offspring of a penguin named Rifle. Sniper lives in my hair. She might cause a commotion now and then, but please try to ignore her. I was originally going to call the animal keeper to the stand. But he refused to testify, so I settled on the veterinarian. Refused to testify? Why? The fuck? That's suspicious. Now tell us, why was the defendant in the Orca pool room when the water was drained? Let's see. In the early morning hours of July 20th, Sasha was cleaning the Orca pool room. Sasha and Jack Shipley, the owner, were scheduled to do the cleaning together. During cleaning, the pool water is drained. While the cleaning was going on, Marlon was taking care of the Orca in the show pool. The pool water would never be drained unless the pool was being cleaned. Only Buckler and the owner had the security card necessary to enter the Orca pool room. And we already know from the security company's record of card usage that the defendant was in the Orca pool room during the time of cleaning. The witness's testimony and the record of security card usage are conclusive evidence. So, no one beside the defendant was at the scene, and the water in the pool was drained. Uh-oh. Judge already seems to be leaning toward the other side. We have to strike fast. Your Honor, we're ready for our cross-examination now. Oh, yes, of course. Please proceed then. Our youth comes in handy at times like these. No, Phoenix. You can't accept your aging. No. It's getting old. But aren't we all? Alright. You know, for supposedly aging guy, you sure sound young. Why is the cleaning done so early in the morning, especially in the middle of the night? Our aquarium is open every day of the year without break. So, of course, the cleaning has to be done at night when there are no visitors. No days off, is that it? I can relate to that. Yeah, I guess prisoners don't get to take days off. Things sure are different around our office, huh, boss? You don't have to rub it in quite so enthusiastically. So, was the defendant cleaning alone? No. So we know that's not necessarily true, right? Because Sasha claims that she cleaned alone. But Miss Buckler said that Mr. Shipley never showed up to help with the cleaning. I don't know anything about that. All I know is what was on the schedule. Maybe they changed plans. They probably felt awkward with each other after their fight. In any case, there's no proof the victim entered the Orca pool room during the cleaning. Objection! If you don't stop your yammering, we'll pull your tongue out and barbecue it. Yum. Phoenix tongue. You have to be so violent. Proof or none, the victim must have entered the pool room during the cleaning. Witness, tell him why. Jack must have entered the Orca pool room. The record of card usage shows that Sasha entered the pool room. But what about Jack? Where's his record? Don't you mean to say that the record shows both their cards being used? No, only Sasha's. They must have gone in together. I think I'm starting to get the picture now. What if the whole, like, pulley system, you know, the hooks that they use to move Orla from the pool to the stage? What if that was used to move the dead body? And the actual site of the murder was somewhere else. Maybe the stage. And you might be wondering, why the heck is the rock with the victim's blood in the Orca pool then? Well, that could easily be moved too, right? I mean, you gotta realize, Orla's a heavy motherfucker. You know? So I'm sure they could use the mechanism to to move the rock to the pool alongside the body. And then they maybe dropped the rock at the bottom of the pool. And then basically staged everything. But that's just my theory right now. All speculation. Jack's body was found in that room, so that's the only logical explanation. We talked about this just yesterday. What purpose does that brain of yours serve? Even more bird brain than rifle.
Objection!
Witness, I will not allow birds to be belittled in my presence. Oh no, not the birds. Limit your disparaging comments to the defense alone. It's okay, it's just, you know, it's on penguins, not hawks. So I get disparaged either way. Great. Bird lover, huh? I guess we're not destined to become best friends. That is fine. All I need for you is to talk about the state of the scene during cleaning. Alright, fine. Oh, I don't know. I think the two of them were made for each other. They really are.
Hold it!
One moment. I'm kind of stuffy right now. Okay. So the cleaning is done. The cleaning is done with the pool drain of water? That's right. They use the hoist there to lower themselves to the bottom of the pool. They can do regular cleaning with water in the pool, but this was an intensive session. I never cleaned my own lab, however. Ugh. He's stinky too? Don't you think it might be due then? Guess I can't talk though. Well, Sasha and Marlon come in and clean it for me on occasion. I'm too busy myself. I have animals to look after, like this one, for example. I'm sure Crab is a big Staffy on the inside. Such an adorable little creature. It lends cheer to this bleak courtroom. Your reaction to Taco was very different, as I recall. Well, to be fair, Blackwell, Crab is not ordering a sniper to physically assault random people. So there's something to think about. Oh, Taco's a fine bird too, of course. Please continue, Dr. Crab. Quickly now. As I was saying, Sasha was cleaning the orca pool room. While the cleaning was going on, Marlon was taking care of the orca in the show pool.
Hold it!
So Orla was moved all the way over to the show pool. Why is that? Well, it wouldn't do to get her covered in cleanser, would it? Of course she was moved. You don't take a bath while you're cleaning the tub, do you? Excellent point. I usually clean the tub after I take a bath myself. I was assigned to clean the shower stalls yesterday. They were cleaner than an Edo bathhouse by the time I was done. How impressive. I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is the fastidious type. Wait. I heard that in Athena's voice because the camera went to her. Why did the camera go to her? Polished it so well, I bet the inmates are slipping and sliding all over it right about now. Oh, you want stuff like that happen, huh? Maybe he's not so much the fastidious type as the prankster type. Somehow, I don't think that's it either. Anyway, cleaning the orca pool is just like cleaning the tub. Pool water would never be drained unless the pool is being cleaned. There's no possibility it would be drained at any other time than during cleaning? None. Shut down with a single word. Why are you so certain? Yeah, think about it. If the pool water were drained, what would happen to the orca? The poor thing. Whose side are you on, Athena? Exactly, young lady. Without water, Orla would be alright for a short period of time. Anything longer than that would pose serious risks. She could even die. The fact that Orla is alive and well is proof the water wasn't drained on her? That's right. The orca pool and the show stage pool are next door to each other. A hoist runs between the two to move the orca and the equipment back and forth. When intensive cleaning is done, the orca is moved to the show stage pool first. So the water is the only drain while the pool is being cleaned. Please add that information to your testimony. If there are no water in the pool, the orca could die.
Hold it!
I guess you're right. Son of a gun. Why did you harp on it so? The defense loves to make a fuss over nothing. Do you like to stir up trouble, don't you, Mr. Lawyer? Just like this one. Rude, don't compare Mr. Wright to Sniper. Granted, his suit may make him look a little like a penguin. Athena, is that what she really thinks of me? Look, Phoenix, penguins are adorable. Take it as a compliment. God, I wish Sniper and Miss Baby Chick would stop all the peeping and cheeping. Miss Baby Chick? How dare you? Wait, no wait. That actually sounds pretty cute. Wow, you just got away with calling a young woman a chick in court. Somehow, we have to show the water could have been drained at some other time. Where's my evidence? Ripley's walkie-talkie has been found. Moved from the show pool during cleaning time. Huh. What am I trying to do here? Ooh, the water is drained some other time. Ceiling to pool bottom is 100 feet. Blow to head received after death. After death. I see. Maybe it has to do with the rock. If there's no water in the pool, the orca could die. Maybe it's this? You could still drain the pool while having Orla survive.
Objection!
Holy shit. I'm a genius. If the water in the pool is drained, you say the orca would die, or could die. Is that necessarily true? What are you talking about? There is a way to let the water out without harming the orca, isn't there? Your Honor, please allow me to submit this photograph. Pearl's little squiggles. Oh, this is. As you can see, there is no water around the Skull Rock area. With the pool in this state, the victim could have been made to fall to his death. However, there is water on the other side of the partition. And Orla looks just fine. Son of a gun. They should definitely just let this guy swear. This guy gets the exception. He looks to be the type. In other words, if the partition is set up at the bottom of the pool, the water can be drained without doing Orla any harm. Are you implying the water could have been drained at a time other than during cleaning? Yes, there is that possibility. Dr. Crab is shaking. Looks like he has something to hide. Could it have something to do with the calendar note about meeting with the victim? It might. I'll submit it to the judge. Your Honor, please take a look at this calendar. Oh, you waved that around in court yesterday. No need to drag out your souvenir today. Actually, I would like you to make note of it, the entry for the day of the incident. Let me see here. Meet the captain at the Orca Pool at 7 a.m. This note is about a meeting planned with the victim. What? The defense would like to argue that, at the time of that meeting, the pool may have been drained of its water. Whose calendar is that? It belongs to Dr. Herman Crab. Isn't that right, Dr. Crab? Son of a gun. So you suspect me, do you? What is the meaning of this calendar entry, Dr. Crab? Explain yourself. Fine. I was supposed to meet Jack at the Orca Pool at that time, but I ended up not going. So you're saying you simply broke your promise? You can't get out of it that easily. I believe you have some explaining to do. Explain yourself. Your blade is sharper than I thought, Wright, Dono. But your cut was shallow, a mere surface scratch. Your blade did not cut deep enough. There's a saying amongst prisoners. Do not see, hear, nor speak. Smooth-talking lawyers. If you think the witness is suspicious, show your proof. Calendar alone isn't good enough, huh? Prove the victim could have fallen to his death at 7 a.m. meeting time. Put our heads together, boss. The victim could have fallen during cleaning, when the pool was completely drained, or using the partition, it could have been at 7 a.m. with the water partially drained. What would be the major difference in the circumstance between these two possibilities? What circumstance was different? There could really tell us something. Circumstance between the two possibilities of cleaning and 7 a.m. Probably the orca, right? Because the pool being half filled doesn't matter as much. Because presumably, the victim died in the same spot. So sure, there could be the chance of the victim just falling in the water and not dying from that, but I feel like Orla's presence is a bit more important. If the murder occurred at a time other than during cleaning, the orca must have been there. Oh, you're right. That would mean that Orla witnessed the murder. Wow, from suspect to witness. What's this? You're sheathing your sword so soon? Stop yammering to each other and show me how you wield your sword. Well, whoa, Blackwell. Slow down there. You gotta, like, take me out to dinner first, alright? Alright then, my sword is poised and ready. Woo-hoo! Damn. What's up, Nivius? You caught me in an embarrassing moment. Been busy lately? Well, I'm glad you found the time to stop by. If the murder was committed at a time other than during cleaning time, then Orla must have been present at the scene. If I can prove that the murder happened right in front of Orla, then I can prove that Miss Buckler is not guilty. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, are you implying that the orca was a witness to the crime? Hey, if you pass out to my stream, that's an honor. That is exactly what I'm implying. So how do we prove that Orla witnessed it? And? How do you intend to prove the orca witnessed the murder? Well, the orca does have blood. What are you going to do? Put the orca on the stand and cross-examine her? This is a critical point. Better think about it carefully. The defense will... Well, it's not like we can ask her what happened. It's not like the parrot. Orla can't talk. Do we have evidence? Torpedo data shows that Rifle ate around 4 a.m. on July 20th, but Orla didn't eat anything. Orla swallowed a sleeping pill. Huh. There's no way this is right. Continue with Crab or present evidence. What evidence do we even have that could possibly help us? We present this? I don't know if the presence of blood on Orla really proves anything. I mean, it could, but I don't really think it's strong. I don't think going back to Crab is the right answer either. Because what the hell is Crab gonna help us with? He wasn't there. Maybe I'll go with my gut instinct. Even though I'm not super confident in it, I think the picture is the best we have. Defense will present evidence. Evidence that will prove Orla witnessed the murder. You're going to present evidence? Knowing the defense, I thought surely you would try to cross-examine the Orca. I must say I'm a little disappointed. Gee, sorry to get your hopes up, Your Honor. Look, we can't repeat history every time. Well then, let's see this evidence.
Take that!
This photo indicates where we discovered luminol reactions yesterday. Okay, maybe I'm on the right track. You know, they didn't shut me down right away. By accident, we got some of the luminol testing fluid on Orla. We were then very surprised to see luminol reactions on Orla's body. Okay. Looks like I don't need to doubt myself.
Objection!
So what of it? There's nothing odd about that. As was discussed in yesterday's trial, the Orca was bleeding. Yeah, but if the Orca was bleeding in the water, then the blood wouldn't dry on Orla like that. Traces of the Orca's blood were also found on the skull rock. The Orca must have injured herself when she rammed the rock. So the cloud of blood Mr. Plume saw. It was from Orla headbutting the skull rock, was it? Those luminol reactions you saw in the Orca are most likely from her headbutting, which is what I initially thought, but I decided to go for a gamble. What's odd is the position of those bloodstains. That's true. Orla's injury is covered by her hat. Please take a good look at the photograph. Yesterday, Mr. Plume said the blood disappeared when Orla put on the hat. That testimony indicated that Orla's injuries were under the hat area. However, these luminol reactions are in two entirely separate areas from her injuries. These bloodstains can't be Orla's own blood from when she was headbutting. That makes sense. Then where did the blood come from? It's my firm belief that it's the victim's blood. The victim was killed right in front of Orla. How horrible. And the victim's blood splattered onto Orla's body. Gah! I love how Phoenix is just like frozen in that finger pointing pose for like 10 seconds as the camera goes around. I'd like to imagine just him holding his finger up, taking himself very seriously. Orla was a witness to the murder, so that's why. Orla? Boss, something's wrong with Orla. What? You're right. She's listless. She's sinking. There's one more fact that indicates Orla was a witness to the murder. There's more? Culprit was afraid Orla could somehow reveal what she had witnessed. And that's why they did what they did. It's the only thing that makes sense. They tried to poison her. I have to present that evidence. That evidence that proves the culprit thought Orla was a dangerous witness.
Take that!
3 Z's. The defense would like to submit this evidence. What's this? It looks like some sort of medicine. It's a sleeping drug, Your Honor. A very powerful one. The sleeping drug was discovered in Orla's stomach yesterday. The culprit tried to drown Orla by putting her into a deep sleep. Tried to drown the Orca? But why? Right, Dono. Are you trying to tell this court that the perpetrator tried to kill the Orca off to prevent the witness from talking? You really expect to defeat me with that feeble attack? My sword has been drawn. I'm not about to sheath my evidence now. Orcas have an enormous potential for intelligence. The possibility that Orla could somehow manage to reveal the truth can't be denied. The corporate believed in this possibility, and that's why they tried to kill her. Dr. Herman Crab, you purchased the sleeping drug, didn't you? What? Does that mean the veterinarian tried to do away with the orca? Who but a veterinarian would better know how to disguise an orca's death? He could even prevent the police from examining Orla's body. Who are you? Are you actually accusing me of trying to murder the orca? How dare you? How dare you slander the noble profession of a veterinarian? Eek. My goodness, one could cut the tension in this courtroom with a knife. Holy shit. He's fucking pissed. Yes, I admit to purchasing that sleeping drug. However, it was subsequently stolen from my lab. That's such a flimsy excuse. It's the truth. What else can I say? I knew he had a good heart all along. I never doubted him. Any one of the crew members could have entered my lab. Guess that weakens my evidence quite a bit. Besides, think about it for a minute. Who was it that treated Orla after she swallowed the drug? It was I. As I recall, it took you quite a while to give that treatment. You didn't even come on your own. We had to go get you. Son of a gun. You just remember all sorts of little details, don't you, Mr. Lawyer? The Orcapool and the lab are far apart. It's little wonder he didn't know Orla's condition.
Objection!
Didn't know? That's highly doubtful. As far apart as they were, Dr. Crab still had a way to know all about Orla's condition. It's true. He has the torpedo. And this is really just the evidence wombo combo. Back to back.
Take that!
This torpedo. You just had to bring that up, didn't you? With this advanced data system, surely you would have known Orla's condition.
Objection!
Wait just 1 minute. What is this torpedo? Dr. Crab, how dare you bring a weapon of mass destruction into my courtroom? The torpedo, or Teleobservation Real-Time Pertinent Data Organizer, is a data system. Until yesterday, only Dr. Crab and Mr. Shipley know about the torpedo. It isn't legally approved in this country, so it was kept secret from the police. Yeah, that's a trial for another day. It's illegal. Dr. Crab, I demand an explanation. Oh. It's Sniper. Oh my god. I can't. This is too adorable. I need a baby penguin to live on my head. Wouldn't that be nice? Son of a gun. Ugh, you and your big mouth, Mr. Lawyer. Yes, it's true. I'm using an illegal system to monitor the creatures at the aquarium. The system uses sensors like these, and yes, there's one in the orca pool too. These sensors send sound waves through the water to gather data on the creatures. It finds abnormalities in their condition. The torpedo alerts me with a sound. Okay, but why is this illegal? Oh my goodness, how very high-tech. If it's illegal, I will not turn a blind eye. This matter will be appropriately dealt with at a separate time. Now then, Mr. Wright, please continue. With the torpedo, I'm sure Dr. Crab noticed the danger Orla was in. He made no attempt to come to her aid on his own. The reason for that is Dr. Crab wanted Orla dead. Torpedo didn't give me a warning message. That's why I didn't know there was anything wrong with Orla. The sensor in the Orca pool wasn't working during the police's investigation.
Objection!
Can you prove that statement?
Objection!
Nothing? Oh no. What's with him? I guess this is also high tech for Prosecutor Blackwell, that it's making him feel a little funny. Funny? Yes, I find this all very funny. Witness, those sensors send sound waves to the water, correct? What if there isn't any water? They wouldn't work. They would automatically switch off. Holy shit. Blackwell with the big brain? I will admit, even I couldn't think of that. I see. Where's the sensor in the Orca pool located? I don't know. Jack is the one who attached it for me. You don't know? Then I will tell you. The police found a sensor just like the one you just showed us. They found it attached to the table at the bottom of the pool. Table? Oh shit. You mean the table in this photograph? That's right. Don't you get it yet, Wright, Dono? The table is on the Skull Rock side of the partition. It's affixed to the bottom of the pool and can't be moved. Oh, so the water was drained from the Skull Rock side of the pool? Precisely. Without water, the torpedo sensor would not work. Witness, when did that sensor automatically switch off? Hang on, I'll look it up. The only times lately were during cleaning 2 days ago and the investigation yesterday. Of course, I knew the pool would be drained while they cleaned it. But I had no idea that they drained it for the investigation. No one let me know. That's why I didn't know about Orla's condition yesterday. So Dr. Crab really did want to save Orla. Did you hear that right, Dono? Yes, the water can be drained without harm to the Orca if the partition is used. But if the water is drained from the Skull Rock side, the sensor turns itself off. But the sensor was always on except for during the cleaning and the investigation. It means there must have been water in the pool at all other times. It was never drained. In other words, no one but the defendant could have committed the crime. Ah. Order! Order of the court! This completely shutters the defense's argument. Yes, but... The fact still remains that Orla was nearly killed with Dr. Crab's sleeping drug.
Objection!
But aren't you forgetting one important question? When was the sleeping drug given to the Orca? You're right. It hasn't been discussed yet, has it? The Orca pool is the scene of the murder. The police were there all day yesterday. The only way to give the drug to the Orca undetected is to put it in her food. Yesterday, someone gave the Orca food during the trial. Someone did? I'm afraid I don't remember that. You don't remember? You're not that old yet, are you? It was the defendant, Sasha Buckler. Holy shit. You're right. So it is the orca that stands accused, is it? She's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on? So your argument is that Miss Buckler is the one who gave the orca the drug. Prosecution's argument hasn't changed. Buckler made the victim fall to his death and then manipulated the orca to pin it on her. Still not satisfied, she further planned to kill the orca with a sleeping drug. I didn't hear any reports of Dr. Crab feeding Orla. Maybe he didn't have a hand in Orla's attempted murder after all. Is there anybody else who could have fed Orla besides Sasha? Or maybe Rhymes? Didn't Rhymes say that he fed Orla? If it's true the defendant is the one who fed the sleeping drug to the orca, that places even more suspicion on her than ever.
Objection!
The defense objects to the prosecution's claims. Oh well, you still haven't admitted defeat. Prosecutor Blackwell, I don't appreciate the way you only mention the parts that are very convenient for you. He admits it. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Prosecution failed to mention that Miss Buckler wasn't the only one who fed Orla. As you will all recall, there was another person who gave Orla food. Oh, you mean that person? Looks like Athena remembers now, too. Congrats, Sasha. Oh man. Oh, Mr. Wright. No. I don't want to believe it, either. Can't ignore the truth.
Take that!
Please recall when Orla was found not guilty yesterday. Marlon Rhymes gave the orca a large quantity of food. The sleeping drug was mixed in with that food. It could be given to the orca without arousing police suspicion. Now that you mention it, I do remember that flip-flop were feeding the orca. Yeah, I love listening to flip-flop.
Objection!
So you remembered, did you? See, the time for a true sword fight has come. I call Marlon Rhymes to the stand. This is giving the vibes of, like, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime duel. You know? He's even doing the pose. Just like Photoshop a card in his hand. Like straight out of the anime. I summon Marlon Rhymes in attack mode. Mr. Lawyer. Both Miss Orca Lover and Marlon Rhymes are important members of our crew. I don't want to suspect either of them, but I'm ready to accept whatever truth you find. Here, take this. Charm. It's the charm that matches the one Azura Summers had, isn't it? So, you and Miss Summers were romantically involved, weren't you, Dr. Crab? What? No, of course not. Sorry to disappoint you, but this doesn't belong to me. At the time, I thought it was Azura's, so I grabbed it. But it wasn't hers. Now it's up to you, Mr. Lawyer, to figure out whose charm it is. I will. Thank you, Dr. Crab. Wait. I mean, the only other guy here is fucking Marlon. Or Jack. So it turns out Dr. Crab got no hose after all. He's only got penguins. After all, I'm interested in the outcome of this trial too. Now then, please summon Marlon Rhymes to the witness stand. What's going on? What's everybody making that face for? I haven't been watching the trial and nobody's told me anything. Marlon Rhymes, you are under suspicion for the attempted murder of the orca. I see. Well, if it's already out. Mr. Rhymes? Is he really going to admit it? Fine, I'll tell the truth. That's very ominous. Sasha's lying to protect that orca. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. This sprite is very suspicious. You can almost tell who's going to be the culprit by their sprites. I know they're 3D models and not sprites, but bear with me. Orca killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down on the water. So I thought the orca should pay the consequences. You really admit to doing that? Now we're back on the orca again? What? I did not see that testimony coming. Wait just 1 minute. Yesterday, Orla was proven innocent. Besides, you said Orla was in the show pool during the cleaning. I didn't want to sell Sasha out. That's why I didn't tell the truth. The fact is, all three of us, Sasha, the captain, and me, were cleaning the pool room. Dr. Crab and Miss Buckler said you were at the show stage. Well, the only thing Dr. Crab knew about the cleaning was what I told him. I didn't give him a whole lot of details either. Maybe he misunderstood. And Sasha's lying to protect the orca. She can't tell the truth. Sasha put blood on the skull rock herself to make a fake blood stain. I don't believe you. I think it's pretty brave of her to let herself get arrested to protect the orca. Mr. Rhymes, how can you be like that? It's the truth. Besides, wouldn't it be better for you if I wasn't lying? The orca did it. You win your case. What? Just because we won the last case by proving her innocence doesn't mean we get to forsake her now. That's not how this works. This is all very hard to believe. But if Mr. Rhymes' story is true, Miss Buckler would be innocent and the orca would be the killer. Meaning, if we turned our backs on Orla, we could save Sasha. Having a witness lie to save your own client. What a dirty, underhanded tactic, Wright, don't know.
Objection!
Yesterday, the defense proved Orla was not guilty. We have no intention of going back on our assertions now. What do you say, Mr. Wright? All you gotta do is admit the orca did it, and Sasha goes free. Why are you saying stuff like this? Didn't you care about Sasha and how she felt? Like, yeah, I know you're into her and you want her to be free, but like, I feel Orla's death would be devastating to her. I don't know if you'd care, if you truly care about her that much, if you'd be willing to do that. Isn't a lawyer supposed to act in his client's best interest? That wouldn't be acting in our interest. Miss Buckler believes Orla is innocent. And we, of course, believe that Miss Buckler herself is innocent too. Acting in the client's best interest is an important part of our job as lawyers. Using dirty means to win a verdict would destroy our client's faith in us. That's right. We believe in both Miss Buckler's and Orla's innocence. Huh? I just don't understand how you can treat a human and an orca equally. Sasha or the orca? You can only save one of them. Haha, I don't know about that. I think I can save them both. All I have to do is disprove your testimony. Oh yeah? Then go ahead and try. I will do just that. I can't tear down his testimony. I won't be able to save both of them. I have to find a weak spot and start tearing. Time to tear away.
Hold it!
What exactly do you claim Miss Buckler is lying about? Sasha put that blood stain on the skull rock and stuff herself as false evidence. She left traces to try and save the orca.
Objection!
Witness, if you keep talking nonsense, I will seal your mouth shut. The defense supports the prosecution's idea. Mr. Wright, my testimony helps your client. You gotta be happy. I want to save both Orla and Miss Buckler. I won't accept anything less. Now that's understood, please continue with your testimony. My man's suspicion, skyrocketed. I need a sip of water.
Hold it!
The victim was killed. How much water was in the pool? Or the pool was drained for cleaning, so it was full. Really? How does that make sense? How would the victim be full? If the victim... Yeah, how would the pool be full? The victim died by falling. You went into the orca pool room and saw this yourself? Dr. Crab said that you were at the show stage.
Objection!
But it's possible that Dr. Crab was misinformed or that he misunderstood. The witness already explained this. Why are you taking this meaningless tack? You want to play games? Taki here would be more than happy to play with you. And be careful how we press the witness. Taki is watching us like a hawk. We're not getting penalized for pressing, are we?
Hold it!
So you're saying the incident took place before the cleaning began? Yeah, I guess so. Captain, Sasha and I were going to do the cleaning together. It's much more efficient than trying to have just one person do it alone. In the defense's case, however, more lawyers means simply more lawyers, nothing more. What? You're one to talk. All you have in your sight is a cantankerous bird. What about me? I'm up here all alone. The bald bird. Many people done. You need the witness to keep you focused. Shame, I don't know. Hey, I was the one who kept my mouth shut. Anyway, the incident happened in the orca pool. before the cleaning got started. Killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down in the water. How does this make sense?
Hold it!
Can an orca even do that? Send a person flying up into the air like that? Yep, of course. I've seen orcas bashing seals 60 feet in the air. So naturally, Orla could do that to the captain too. What a frightening thought. You mentioned it so casually, Mr. Rhymes. Well, what else can I say? It's the truth. Sorry guys, I need to blow my nose again. Would something like that even be possible in the orca pool room? Something about the statement that bothers me. So you witnessed the moment the victim was killed by the orca, is that right? Exactly. This is fucked.
Hold it!
This statement right here. And that's why you put the sleeping drug in Orla's food? Ahoy! Yo, yo! Yo ho ho! Sasha could be found guilty if we let her be, but if the orca died, Sasha could go free. How does that make any sense? Thought that if the orca was already dead, Sasha might tell the truth and free herself. It might seem cruel, but a man killing an animal has to be put down. Culprit must have tried to do away with Orla because she was a witness to the crime. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he try to protect Sasha? Sensing some very complex emotions from Mr. Rhymes. I need more information before I can do a proper analysis. Evidence, huh? Placed in the orca pool. Probably has to do with the heights, right? Let's check. Where's my schematics? Okay, here it is. An autopsy. Thought to be from a 65 feet fall into pool. Yeah, that just contradicts this.
Objection!
When lies are piled on top of each other, contradictions start to emerge. This time is no different. Are you saying there's some kind of inconsistency in my testimony? That's exactly what I'm saying. You claim that the victim was sent flying about 30 feet into the air. But the autopsy report states the cause of death was thought to be from a 65-foot fall. What? Additionally, in your testimony a moment ago, you said at 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, There was still water in the orca pool. The pool is about 65 feet deep. There's about 30 feet from between the water and ceiling. If the pool was full of water, as you claim, it would be impossible for the victim to fall about 65 feet, as the autopsy states, not slates. I'm tired tonight. Did you tell? Oh, more water is needed. Hmm. Mr. Rhymes claimed that he was in the orca pool room so he could make these statements. The truth must be, he was at the show stage, just as Dr. Crab and Sasha testified. I believe that brings us back around to the orca didn't do it. You're damn right she didn't. I didn't believe the witness testimony from the start, but from the outset. I'm grateful to you, Wright Dono, for shutting the witness up. Wow, he really just made us do the work for him. As I thought, the only person who could have killed the victim was Sasha Buckler. The fact still remains whether the witness was the one who tried to kill the orca or not. Son of a... Man, people in this aquarium really like saying son of a... Son of a fish. Mr. Rhymes was right about one thing. His testimony was advantageous to our case. Pointing out the contradiction in his statement will only drive us into a corner. As Prosecutor Blackwell said, suspicion against Miss Buckler is now deepened. Oh, I don't do something fast. The judge is going to find Sasha guilty. Mr. Wright, is there anything we can do? There has to be a way to prove Sasha is innocent. A time like this, the thing to do is turn my thinking around. Mia Fey. Help me. I miss Mommy Mia. They're trying to prove that Sasha couldn't have done it. I have to think about what made it possible for somebody else to have done it. As long as the crime scene is the orca pool room, Sasha is the only one who could have committed the crime. So they say. No need for pity or baldness, just finish him off with a swift verdict. Seems the defense has no objections. Very well, I will give my verdict.
Hold it!
Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict. But you were so quiet, Mr. Wright. Do you have something to say now? The defense has a counter-argument. You do? Pitiful. Such desperation. You look pale. Are you sure you're prepared to make this counter-argument? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. I'll never forget those words, no matter how many years go by. Oh, Mia. Even though it's probably just a bluff, we'll give it to them with a smile. But what if the scene of the crime was somewhere else? Scene of the crime? Somewhere else? What? You're finding fault with the police investigation now? As I understand it, the prosecution's argument is as follows. scene of the crime was at the Orca pool room. Only the defendant and victim entered that room when there was no water in the pool. Therefore, only the defendant could have committed the crime. That is correct. But if the scene of the crime was not the Orca pool room, then somebody other than the defendant could have committed the crime. Oh, are we gonna get into my, theory how the body was hoisted from the show stage to the pool? Are you sure you know where you're going with this? I might not be too sure, but I can't back down now. Oh boy, Phoenix. Never change. Mr. Wright, I hope that I'm wrong, but this isn't one of your bluffs by any chance. Of course not. The judge knows me far too well. Shit, we're frauds. Do you have a theory on where the actual scene of the crime was? Yes, of course. Think, Phoenix, think. Think of a place other than the Orca pool room where one could follow someone's death. Gee, I wonder.
Take that!
No stage pool might have been drained of water at some point as well. And, if so, it would be just as possible to fall to one's death there as the Orca pool. Right, Dono. What you're doing is a disgrace to your profession. Wow, that is a harsh insult. I sincerely hope you have some basis for what you're suggesting. Of course I do. I will as soon as I think of something. The victim's body was found in the Orca pool. How do you explain that?
Objection!
Easy. Hoist it. How about if, after the victim was killed in the show stage pool, his body was moved to the Orca pool? How about if? What kind of presentation of argument is that? You better have a reasonable explanation of how the body was moved. Come on, guys. You're smart enough, you should know. There's no turning back now. I have to think of a way the body could have been moved. Was there something at the scene that could have been used to move the body? There sure as heck was. Take that, fuckers.
Take that!
Hoist runs between the Orca pool room and the show stage. The stretcher can be hung from the hoist to move things like Orla or the Skull Rock. The stretcher could also have been used to move the dead body. Yes, if the stretcher can move the Orca or the Skull Rock, it seems likely it can also move a dead body as well. Somehow that worked. I might just be able to pull this off. If the show pool was at the scene of the crime, somebody else could have done it. And who's the only person who we know was at the show pool during that time? That's right. It's Marlon Rhymes.
Objection!
Marlon Rhymes. More like Marlon Crimes. You desperately spew conjecture and now even make up a crime scene. Not again? You don't have the soul of a warrior. You don't deserve to be on the battlefield. Even if your fabrication is half-baked. And even your fabrication is half-baked. It's a disgrace. What do you mean half-baked? The hoist can be operated from the Orca pool room only. Oh. The only person who entered the Orca pool room was the defendant. So even if the body was moved, the only one who could have moved it was the defendant herself. Order. So it comes back to the defendant, no matter which pool it was? Meaning, can't clear Sasha either way? Sasha said she moved Orla in the Skull Rock. And I believe her. So, could it be possible that she moved the body herself without being aware of it? What if the body was inside the Skull Rock? And that's how the blood came out of the rock when Orla headbutted it. Oh. Oh, now we're cooking. Mr. Wright, do you have an objection to Prosecutor Blackwell's claim? I have no objections. Have? No objections. Miss Buckler must have been the one who moved the body. What? Mr. Wright, are you admitting the defendant committed the murder? No, I'm simply conceding that she was the only one who could move the body. However, I contend Miss Buckler was not aware that that is what she was doing. The culprit made her move it, unbeknownst to her. The defendant moved a dead body without recognizing that it was a dead body? How could that be possible? The body was found in the Orca pool. It must have been moved there somehow. Might find some kind of hint in the thing she moved with the stretcher. It was in the rock.
Take that!
Skull Rock. Miss Buckler told me yesterday that she moved Skull Rock when she was cleaning. Only two things Miss Buckler moved to the Orca pool are Orla and the Skull Rock. I would like to suggest that the victim's body may have been inside the Skull Rock. What? And inside the rock, the body could have been moved to the Orca pool with the hoist. At the show stage, Marlon Rhymes loaded up the Skull Rock along with the body inside. And then he used the walkie-talkie to let Miss Buckler know the rock was loaded. Oh man. It ain't looking good for you, Rhymes. Miss Buckler operated the hoist from the Orca pool room and moved the stretcher. She moved the rock without knowing the body was inside. You really think there's enough space inside the Skull Rock to place a body? Swashbuckler Spectacular indicates it could be possible. Please focus on the question at the bottom left. Oh, it says who obtained the gold coins hidden in the Skull Rock? Okay, that only implies gold coins can be found in it. So, then again, it's kind of hard to like determine the scale of the rock from our point of view. In that case, I suppose the rock is most likely hollow. What's more, the body was found hidden inside the Skull Rock. Explains the remaining unanswered questions. Such as? Please take a look at the security footage of the scene Mr. Plume witnessed. Where did the body that Mr. Plume saw come from? Please recall. What was Orla doing to the Skull Rock at the time? She was headbutting it. Oh, that's right. Orla's ramming released the body from the Skull Rock. The body had been placed inside the Skull Rock and then moved there from the show stage. I assert that the real murder scene was, in fact, the show stage pool.
Silence.
What rubbish is this now? You don't have a single scrap of evidence.
Objection!
It's easy enough to verify what I say. Take a look inside the skull rock for yourself. You should find some kind of proof that the body was there. Blood, fibers, hair. Yeah. Right, don't know. We're on a roll. Mr. Wright, that was incredible. You turned things completely around. Think. It all started with a half-naked, Jesus. Ugh. Baked bluff, too. Man, my blooper reel would be fucking an hour long. Just with the stream, I swear. That was a close one. Did you really have to add that last bit? The murder took place at the show stage, then who was the perpetrator? It is, naturally, the person who was at the show stage. Mr. Rhymes? Weren't you the one who loaded the skull rock onto the stretcher at the show stage? Well, Mr. Wright, that was some pretty smart brain work you did there. To be honest, I never thought you could figure it out. I tried to protect myself, but I guess it came back to bite me. Are you confessing you gave false testimony before, Mr. Rhymes? That's perjury. Yeah, what Mr. Wright says is true. The body was inside the skull rock. And it's true that the captain was killed in the show pool, too. What? He's admitting it that easily? This time, I'm going to tell you the whole truth about what happened that day. Alright, well, here it comes. Supposedly. In the show pool, the orca shot the captain up in the air. And the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectators' screams clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. What? Spectators? Now we're back to the orca again. I see. If you were going to give testimony like that, why did I bother you putting you on the stand? All I'm doing is telling the truth. That day, Sasha wanted to do the old version of the Swashbuckler Spectacular. So I suggested she hide the body in the skull rock and move it to the orca pool. I was going to figure out what to do with the body after the show was over. The orca is the one that killed the captain. It wasn't me, and it wasn't Sasha. So it was Mr. Rhymes' idea to hide the body in the skull rock. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he protect Sasha? All charges against Sasha would mean he himself would escape suspicion, so why? Mr. Wright, how about if you leave this to me? You know, do you mean you heard something? Yep, noise, discord in Mr. Rhymes' heart. So that means somewhere in his testimony there's an inconsistency in his emotions. Alright, Athena, give him a good counseling session. Good old courtroom therapy. Huh? What's this? What are you getting, Athena? This testimony is pretty complex. Feelings of deep sadness and intense anger are being called up. Those two emotions appear to be running out of control. Out of control emotions. Is it going to be a problem? We'll have to probe their cause if we want to get to his true emotions and testimony. There might even be odd or unnatural spots in his testimony he isn't even aware of. Alright, let's probe the cause of his out-of-control emotions then. I'll explain how to probe. Let's find the root cause together. Okay, yeah, tutorial. When emotions are out of control, memories can be recalled incorrectly. Hmm. 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 Is the audience causing anger?
Got it!
I didn't expect this to happen during the show. I doubt that there were any spectators there at the show stage when the owner died. If there had been, those witnesses would have told us the true crime scene right away. What? Oh, right, of course, I just made a mistake. Care about that? Okay, that made the sadness subside. Maybe the spectators part was what was making him sad? Wonder why he would make that mistake, saying spectators were there. How strange. The only thing I can think of is that he was mixing up one memory for another. Like he was in a similar situation before and it was deeply imprinted on his heart. I think we found our boyfriend. Well, not ours, but you know, the one we've been looking for. You know what I mean. I know why he's mixing up his memories.
Take that!
Mr. Rhymes, I think I know what happened. Could you have been mixing up what happened a year ago with this incident? Maybe that's why you slipped and said the owner was killed in front of spectators. What? How did you? You're right. I did see the orc kill somebody a year ago. What about it? It was just one of the spectators. Well, I was just one of the spectators. Really? Just another spectator? There must be a reason why you feel great sadness about the incident last year. Oh, and now we have our motive. It all makes sense. He just wanted to get revenge on the death of his girlfriend. Because he thought Orla did it. So he tried to pin the death of a staff member on Orla. That's not his fucking girlfriend. Oh.
Silence!
Stop this nonsensical scrutiny of feelings. Just present evidence to prove your point. Beep. Boss, do we have any kind of evidence that could back us up here? There is one piece that comes to mind that might explain this sadness. Well, I'm waiting. Is it this? It is. Azura Summers died an accidental death 1 year ago. This is her boyfriend's charm. Hey, what are you doing with that charm? It was found in Rifle's stomach yesterday. Judging by your reaction, I believe this charm belongs to you. So you need to push him just a little harder to make him admit it. Rhymes said the word charm. He was very rattled. Better examine this charm a little more. Good idea. Let's look inside it. Oh, what's this? Photograph. Oh. This is cute. Well, damn. Damn, Azura. Whew. Azura Summers and Marlon Rhymes. You know, I guess I'd be sad and pissed too if I had Azura die on me. Mr. Rhymes, you and Azura Summers were a couple, weren't you? Ugh. So what if we were a couple? It doesn't have anything to do with the captain's case. You believe you saw the orca kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. Isn't that emotion of yours connected to the current case?
Silence.
The only thing you revealed was the witness's relationship with the victim 1 year ago. What does the witness's past have to do with the case at hand? Man, Blackwell is really going, facts don't care about your feelings. I don't know yet. We managed to pinpoint the source of his sadness. Let's delve into who Mr. Rhymes is angry at. Walker shot the captain up in the air. The captain came down and slammed into the water. Still remember the captain's dead body clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. Maybe Marlon is mad at Sasha for trying to protect the thing that supposedly killed Captain?
Got it.
Oh, never mind. Is it really just Orla?
Got it.
I guess so. Mr. Rhymes, you're angry with Orla, aren't you? Angry? At an orca? Why would I be? If you think I have some reason to be mad, then show some proof. No? I mean, is it the book again? Got your proof? That too. This charm indicates that you were Azura Summers' boyfriend. I'm sure you believe Orla killed your girlfriend 1 year ago. You lost your girlfriend, and so you've been angry at Orla. Ugh. Alright, I'll admit it. I'll never forgive that orca. Azura is dead. That orca is still swimming around, happy as a clam. I became an animal keeper just so I could prove that orca is a killer. Damn, that's some... That's some sad behavior right there. Move on, bro. Move on. You're right. I want that orca to pay. There, you feel good dragging up a person's past, but it still doesn't change anything. He's right. I disagree. It does change things. It's out of control emotion quieted down. Now we should be able to find out the truth behind that emotion. Show pool, the orca shot the captain up into the air. Came down and slammed into the water. Still remember it clearly. Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. Okay, so no other emotion. So it really is just the intensity. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body. I freaked. You freaked, you say? Why is there no surprise? I gotcha.
Got it!
When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, you freaked? Really? What are you getting at? Mr. Plume, as a witness, Orla was guaranteed to be accused of the murder. Didn't it work out exactly as you'd hoped? In order to have Orla put down, you made sure Mr. Plume witnessed that scene. I knew I couldn't trust that stare. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Rhymes. It's to the slammer for you. So you figured all that out, did you? Mr. Rhymes, are you admitting it? I didn't really want to have to fight anybody but the orca. But you leave me no choice. Why are you looking at me like that? What the hell? Is he drinking fucking fish juice? What is this? What the fuck? Now it's time to get serious. What just happened? He just went all fucking Popeye on us. Oh, I mean, meat brothers represent meat brothers. A bassy grass eater say, take me words pop in your mouth. Scurvy grass. Oh, I cannot. Yo ho ho ho, bro! I'm ready for the showdown. What? What am I witnessing? Ahoy me meat brothers represent. Avasti grass eater stay free. Take me words and pop in your mouth. Scurvy grass eaters kneel to me meat. Folks, we ain't making it out of the aquarium with this one. What is going on? Where did this pirate fellow come from? The One Piece is real. Looks like a completely different person. Where the fuck did you get that fish? Order. If we don't have order, Prosecutor Blackwell will yell at us. It's about to have a fucking aneurysm. Even Prosecutor Blackwell is at a loss for words. So I plan to have that wench be a witness. Arr, you cut me out. It'd be true that I thought that Orca's murderous ways should be found out. That'd be why I schemed to have De Plume see the body. So you admit it. You deliberately framed Orla. Arr, it'd be true. But what skin be that off of anybody's nose? That Orca be a murdering scurvy dog. I may have a grudge against that Orca, but I always felt grateful toward the captain. The Orca murdered Azura and the captain, so of course she should walk the plank. I don't have a response to that. I agree it wouldn't make any sense for him to kill the owner. Why would he? His hatred for Orla, on the other hand, comes through loud and clear. Wait a minute. Does he have a motive to kill the captain? Well, we know that the captain and Sasha were fighting, and we know that Marlin was trying to go after Sasha. It's kind of weird if you think about it. Like right after the past girlfriend died. Just go for the next one. Go for a coworker, why don't you? Mr. Shipley doesn't make sense. And who would it make sense for Rhymes to kill? Maybe my theory has been all wrong. Your Honor? I think I just became aware of a new fact. Oh, and what is that? Now that we know about Mr. Rhymes' intense hatred of Orla, turns the premise we've been arguing under on its ear. I will now reveal the identity of the individual Mr. Rhymes meant to kill from the start. No. No. It's not her. No, it has to be her, because she's the one who trained her.
Take that!
This is the one the witness meant to kill from the start. Really? But why? Wait, really? Never mind. It's probably just Orla then. No penalty? Okay. That's weird. I feel like this is the type of question that would penalize you for getting it wrong. I guess it's just Orla.
Take that!
What? Witness's intent was to kill the Orca? Exactly. The witness's intended victim was not Jack Shipley. From the start, it was all a scheme to kill Orla. Orca was his true target. Jack Shipley is the one who died. The Orca is alive and quite well. He's right. He wanted to kill the Orca, and yet it was Jack Shipley who fell to his death. How did that happen? Wait a minute. What if? What if Mr. Rhymes wanting to kill Orla was somehow connected to Mr. Shipley's death? At a loss for words, are you? What happened to your bravado of a moment ago? Enough of these reckless words without any basis in fact.
Objection!
They aren't reckless words. The basis for my claim is at the real murder scene, the show pool. What are you talking about? It's my contention that two incidents happened at the show pool. The attempted murder of the orca and the victim falling to his death. First of all, in order to kill the orca, Mr. Rhymes removed something from the scene. And by so doing, he made it possible for Mr. Shipley to fall to his death. What did he remove? The ladder? No. The water.
Take that!
Tell me you're trying to claim he tried to kill the orca by draining the pool water. That's exactly what I'm claiming. To help the defendant with the cleaning, Marlon Rhymes took charge of Orla. With a plan to kill Orla in the show pool, I will say I did not expect this. Fucking ripped. And because the pool water was drained. It made it possible for Jack Shipley to fall to his death in the show pool. I tried to kill the orca, you say? Oh my god, he's just munching. Yeah, you sure that's safe? Was it flash frozen? You're gonna get parasites, you know. Can you even prove there was nary a drop of water in the pool? That day, I was simply looking after the orca. Why would I have the monstrous thought of killing it?
Objection!
You claim you were looking after Orla in the early morning hours of July 20th. But I don't think you were doing a very good job of it. After all, Orla wasn't given anything to eat during that time. How would you know such a thing? I know because of Orla's record here in the torpedo data system. This system continuously records data on the subjects it monitors. From Orla's record, you can tell exactly when she ate or didn't eat. Think me. Nobody ever told me about that dastardly contraption. Only a few of the Shipshape Aquarium staff know about the system. According to Orla's record, she never ate in those early morning hours of the 20th. You planned to kill Orla, and that's why you didn't feed her.
Silence!
You're wasting time. What proof do you have of that? Perhaps the orca simply wasn't hungry. He's right. I don't have any proof. Orla simply didn't eat, and that would create an inconsistency. Where did her fish go? Fish? Good question. Where did it disappear to? Fish? What does it matter? What relevance does it have to the case? Cease this stalling by asking inconsequential questions. Stop delving into the depths of the orca's stomach and delve into the case instead.
Objection!
Wait. It may seem like a small inconsistency. It's an issue of great importance, I think. What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? How could the fish disappear? Somebody must have eaten it. So who came to the show stage and ate Orla's fish? I think I might have a pretty good idea. It was Rifle. Holy shit. And we know because Rifle's little footprints are on the sign. I believe there must have been a visitor to the show stage that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice. Damn, Rifle, she ate all that fish? Damn, girl. You can eat. Visitor? Are you trying to introduce yet another suspect at this this 11th hour. If you utter more of your careless remarks, Taku will look favorably on it. I don't plan to utter any careless remarks. Whether my remarks will actually be related to the case or not, I don't yet know. Don't worry, boss. If Taku comes this way, I'll fend him off. But do try to keep your remarks careful. Somehow, Orla's fish disappeared. Somebody must have visited the show stage, but who? A rifle. I believe Rifle the Penguin visited the show stage. First an orca, now a penguin? Why would you be saying such a thing, Mr. Lawyer? I didn't see Rifle during the wee early morning hours. Do you have any proof Rifle witnessed the show stage? If you be a lawyer of any sort, show me your evidence. The bottom of Rifle's feet were pink for some reason. It's the clue that Rifle was indeed at the show stage. I have to present the piece of evidence that connects Rifle to the show stage. Okay, they're kind of making it easy for us now.
Take that!
Oh my, what a cute little sign. Look at all those adorable stars. These stars are actually starfish, Miss Buckler painted on the sign. In the early morning hours of the 20th, she left this sign at the show stage to dry. Mr. Rhymes kept an eye on this sign for Miss Buckler while the paint was drying. Aye, that be true, but what be your point? On this sign, it's proof that Rifle visited the show stage. Proof of the penguin's visit? Well, I'm afraid I don't see it. Where's this proof that the penguin visited the show stage? Please point it out. It's right here, Your Honor. A couple of the pink starfish are shaped a little differently from the others. Oh, you're right. They look almost like little leaves. Rifle had a pink paint on the bottom of her feet. These little leaf-like shapes in this sign are actually Rifle's footprints. Rifle made these footprints by walking on the sign before it was dry. Oh, what cute little pink penguin prints. So there are footprints. What of them? Marlon Rhymes was watching over this sign at the show stage while the paint dried. And during that time, the penguin paid a visit. According to the torpedo data system, we know that Rifle ate something at the morning of the 20th. Most likely, Rifle ate the fish meant for Orla that was at the show stage. Orla's snack was a small quantity of fish. Even a penguin could have eaten it all. Okay, I didn't know this quantity of fish, so I was like, damn. Rifle must have eaten a lot, but I guess it wasn't that much. My God. Rifle ate Orla's fish. Who be ye to say Rifle ate Orla's fish? She could have picked up food anywhere. But that doesn't change the fact that I really was at the show stage. After all, I had to help move this skull rock. It couldn't have been moved without me. The witness claims he never saw the penguin. How do you explain this contradiction? Both Mr. Rhymes and Rifle were at the show stage, but Mr. Rhymes didn't see her. So where could Mr. Rhymes have been at the time? Right, don't know. If you aren't up to the task, I could disprove this witness's testimony for you. If I leave it to Prosecutor Blackwell, Sasha will be declared guilty. You can't let him interrupt this line of reasoning. Mr. Wright, let's try to figure out how things looked when Rifle came to the show stage. Mr. Rhymes was at the show stage, keeping an eye on Orla and the sign. We know it must be true because he helped move the skull rock. Rifle came and walked over the sign. Well, wouldn't Mr. Rhymes notice Rifle if he was right there? Well, let's think about where Mr. Rhymes could have been. Where where Rifle couldn't have been seen? In the water, I guess?
Take that!
What? Inside the pool? But you're right, if he was inside the pool, he wouldn't have noticed Rifle. But why would he be in the pool? So, are you saying Mr. Rhymes was underwater the whole time Rifle was eating? No, not underwater. When I think about what he was trying to do, the answer is clear. Obviously, he was trying to collect the body. I'm finally starting to get the whole picture. Just like yesterday. Must you two always be whispering to each other? I'm sure you whisper to Taka all the time. Why don't you admit that resorting to a penguin will get you nowhere?
Objection!
Oh, I don't know about that. The fact that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice Rifle is such a small inconsistency. But it's a key point that proves what Mr. Rhymes is trying to do. Penguin is a key point. The show stage pool is very deep. Rifle came to visit while Mr. Rhymes was at the bottom of this pool. Whew. Excuse me. He never would have noticed Rifle. Arr. Orcas can be out of the water for a short time without sustaining damage, but if they're out of the water for a long time, they weaken and eventually die. In order to kill Orla, Mr. Rhymes had to drain the pool. And while the pool was drained of water, Mr. Shipley fell to his death. How? That's what I'm curious about. The show stage pool is about 65 feet deep. Just like the Orca pool. Without water in the pool, a person could be made to fall 65 feet. Mr. Rhymes probably wondered what to do. Continue with this plan to kill Orla. How do you dispose of Mr. Shipley's body? So he devised a plan to kill two birds with one stone. What? How? Mr. Rhymes went down to the bottom of the pool and put the victim's body in the rock. Then he had Miss Buckler move the rock and the body together.
Silence!
Simple. And the witness made the defendant do this somehow without arousing her suspicion. That's right, Mr. Shipley told Miss Buckler she couldn't film the new show. Miss Buckler came upset and wanted to switch back to the old version of the show. So, Mr. Rhymes conveniently suggested that she take and hide a prop for the new show. I see. Mr. Rhymes then manipulated Orla, using her singing and lifesaver tricks. He schemed to have Orla find the body while Mr. Plume would be standing witness. He saddled Orla with the false charge of murder so that Orla would be put down. Arrgh. Ah. Oh my god, he's fucking bleeding everywhere. Is this the most graphic this game has been? Kind of grotesque. So, the fact that the witness didn't see the penguin shows that when Rifle visited the show stage, Rhymes was putting the body in the rock. Bottom of the pool, that is. Really rock bottom. Who could have thought the presence of a penguin could prove the witness's actions? Working just a little further now, and such will be proven guilty.
Silence.
If you think you've won this battle, you are sorely mistaken. Your theory is based on the notion that the witness could manipulate the orca. Witness, can you control the orca's actions? Of course not. Got a bilge as that. I be but a simple animal keeper. We know that's bullshit. We all know you dated Azura, who also recorded videos of herself of, you know, training and maybe some other videos. My memory serves. Wasn't Miss Buckler the only one who could issue commands to the orca? Ugh. The judge's blade is sharper than the lawyer's. If you wish to do battle with a witness, you'll need a honed blade. Where is your sword of evidence that Marlon Rhymes could manipulate the orca? Ah! Rhymes had to have manipulated Orla in order for his plan to work. How can I prove it? What appears this line of reasoning has become unsustainable.
Objection!
Oh? Well, it appears I was mistaken. You know? I've analyzed the hearts of all kinds of people. I have enough experience to see when I look into your heart that you haven't given up. So that objection was my way of speaking up for your heart. Aw, that's sweet. She's right. Why would I become a lawyer again, only to give up? I have to keep fighting. Tina, thank you. Your help? I've remembered the old, right way. Good one. The right way? Your Honor, I'm not finished with presenting my argument. Do you have anything else to ask this witness? I've cross-examined all the witnesses and presented all your evidence.
Objection!
All the witnesses? I don't think so. I haven't cross-examined the most important one, the central figure in both cases. Central figure. The one in not only the case a year ago, but this current case too. Oh, what was that I said? Never called her as a witness, but it's time to do so now. What are you talking about? I demand you tell the court immediately. Probably Orla. Or Shipley. Man, they even misspell it in the profile.
Take that!
The defense calls the central figure in both cases Orla the Orca. Here I thought we wouldn't have a Whale's witness since we already did that with the parent and whales can't talk. What are we gonna ask her? You intend to cross-examine an orca? Cross-examine an orca? You must be addled. It'd be impossible, says I.
Silence.
This absurdity is beyond the pale. How do you expect to question an orca, a creature incapable of speech?
Objection!
Orla's intrinsically involved in this case. I have every right to cross-examine her. Besides, even if she can't speak, I think cross-examining her will be invaluable. Very well. Do what you will then. But if you fail to garner anything from this little exercise with the orca, I hope you realize the reward for your efforts will be the defendant's guilty verdict. I'm ready and confident. So, cross-examining Orla, huh? That was a bold move, boss. Now all we have to do is figure out how Mr. Rhymes manipulated Orla. That's right. Now it's Orla's turn to help us save Sasha. An orca defendant yesterday, an orca witness today. This is truly unprecedented. Even though this is highly unusual, I'm prepared to allow it. Bailiff, ready to witness telecast. We have a 10-minute recess while the telecast is being set up. To be continued. Well, yeah, I'll save. 11:21. Alright. I think with that, it's a perfect time to wrap it up for tonight. A good 2 hours and 15 minutes. I gotta admit, I did not see Marlin coming. That was a pleasant surprise. Part of me did know that Mr. Crab was like or Dr. Crab. He fucking earned that title. That he was a red herring. But I was like, yeah. These games actually give you that many red herrings? Not really. Anyway. Thank you all for watching. Next time we play Ace Attorney. I was about to say Persona, but Ace Attorney. We'll try to finish this case. See if this is the last one. It seems like it's the last one. We've already had the final boss reveal and like all that stuff. So hope you look forward to it. Once again, appreciate you all for watching, whether it be live or on the VODs. I wish you all a great rest of your night. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. And be well. See you in the next stream. I'll be waiting. I'm tired. Actually, let's see if we can find someone to raid. I need to get into the habit of doing that. I haven't really immersed myself in the raid culture, so to speak. Let's see here. Looks like no one is live. No one small enough, that is. Oh, that's a shame. And again, I'm streaming at 12:40 a.m. Pacific. Maybe like fucking Hawaiian streamers? I don't know. Japanese streamers? Australian? Oh well. Not all days are raid days, I suppose. I'll run an ad and wish you all a great rest of your night.